Hey, good people. I know it's late. It's late. It's so late. But I wanted to come on here. I couldn't sleep right. So I said, let me jump on here and just talk for a few, right? And I titled this being a parent, because I had a conversation with some people and they was going, some people was going through some things, right? And so I say, damn, you know, but I want to talk about being a parent because it's not an easy task, right? But let me tell you something. As a parent, you gotta own up to your shit, okay? You can't you can't act like you was this parent of the year, right? When you know for real you wasn't. You gotta own up to your shit, okay? Because when you tell lies and stuff and you trying to hide shit and stuff, it's gonna come out. Eventually it's gonna all come out. It's gonna unravel. Okay. It's not an easy task. But and everybody go through something, right? As being a parent. Everybody go through some shit. Okay. But my thing is, right, and that's what me and these people that got in an argument about. We was talking about it, right? My thing is, don't sit and try to act like you was parent of the year when you wasn't, okay? And that's where the problem come in at, okay? Is that you wasn't parent of the year, but you trying to play that role like like you were, but you really and you wasn't. But yeah, you're trying to play that role. Come on, be for real. You wasn't parent of the year, okay? And that's why stuff bite came back to bite, those people's in the butt. Is because they weren't parent of the year, okay? They did some things to their children, and their children remember it. And you know, that's why things are the way they are. It's one thing. Let me tell you something about children, okay? Lying and stuff. That's what. That's what's going to bother them. That's what's going to break their hearts, right? When they find out you're lying to them and stuff, and you're not being honest, right? That's what's going to break their heart. But when you be straightforward with your children, it makes a big difference, okay? Even though, like, you could say something to them, and then they may get mad about it. That split second, they may get pissed off, right? But then they'll turn around and once they calm down and they settle down, then they'll turn around and want to talk to you, or you know what I mean, or they'll take it different because they'll be like, well, damn, she didn't lie to me. She was being honest and truthful, you know. So for me, that made a big difference that I was honest with my children, right? It made them look at me different, just being honest, you know, just being honest about my shit. And it made my kids look at me different because I've been through a lot of things, okay? And for me, it was just so important to let my children know what I had been through, what I was going through, what I had been through, and what I was you know, trying to do for myself, you know. But yeah, being a parent is not easy for a mother or father, right? It's not an easy task, and we all make mistakes. Hey, it is what it is. We all make fucking mistakes. You know, we really do. We all make mistakes, but I just feel like for me, I was honest. I was open and honest with my kids, which made a big difference. You know, it really did. It made a big difference. The stuff I went through, it affected them. But once I started talking to them and being open and honest with them, it Grand Rising, Tari, Grand Rising. Um, thank you for tapping in. As when I started to communicate with them and being open and honest with them, it made them look at me different, right? It really did. It affected them, but in the long run, it they started coming back around, you know, and they wasn't so angry with me, you know. I'm gonna tell you what played a big part, right, with my boys is that they listen to other people, right? And because they listen to other people, they allow other people to get in their head, okay? And it never dawned on them that those people that was talking in their ear didn't know a damn thing about me. They didn't know nothing about me. Just because they was my sisters, that don't mean that they knew anything about me. They didn't know nothing about me, but they talked about me. And being though my children were young, you know, they listened. They thought that person was telling them the truth, right? When it was a whole lot of lies being told. So that's what affected me more than anything. It wasn't me lying to them. It was other people lying to them. But anyway, as it went on, as time went on, things changed because I was open and honest with them, and that's what you got to be. See, some of us got to stop playing those games like we parent of the year. All right, everybody, nobody is no. In my book, this is just my opinion. There's no such thing as a perfect parent. Okay, it really isn't. There's no such thing as a perfect parent. A perfect parent. What? We all make mistakes as parents, But the thing of it is that being honest with your children, it ain't about other people. It's about you being honest with your kids, having a communication line open with your children. That's what matters. The mother is by biology. The father is by biology. The daddy is by choice. That's right. That's right. Biology doesn't equal being a parent. That's right, Terry. We must remember nobody came out of the womb knowing everything. That's right. That is so true. We must remember an experience is a failure if you didn't learn anything from it. That's right. That is so true. That is so true, Terry. That is so true. I gotta read that again. Tari said, "We must remember an experience is a failure if you didn't learn anything from it." And you know what? That's a lot of our problems, right? First of all, being a parent, we get caught up in what other people doing, what we see other people doing, you know, and we want to, and some of us do. We get caught up seeing what other parents is doing, and we want to do it. We want to be in that we want to be in the clique too, you know but everything ain't for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Just because you see another parent doing something doesn't mean that's for you and your children. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big problem that I see. Like a lot of parents that I do talk to, they be so caught up into not being able to buy their children this, not being able to buy their children that, right? They be so caught up in material things and worrying about what other people think, right? We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that. I don't care about what somebody else think. What my main concern was my children, how they felt about me, what they thought about me. You know what I mean? It I didn't worry about other people because other people didn't matter. Other people didn't live in my house. Other people, you know what I'm saying, wasn't a part of me and my children. So therefore, I didn't allow myself to get caught up like that. And that's a big problem for some parents. Some parents allow other people, right, to influence them. Like seriously, because if you see some parents will see somebody else, right, buying their kids name brand tennis, name brand this and name brand that. And then they want their kids to have it too. And some of them will damn near go broke trying to buy all this name brand stuff, you know, when it ain't about that. That's not what it's about. It's not about that. It's about teaching your children. Do your children have respect? Do they respect you? You know, um, do they have morals and principles, integrity? You know what I'm saying? It's way deeper than wearing name brand stuff, right? Because when I was coming up, everything I wore, I felt like I looked good in it. It didn't have to be name brand. You see what I'm saying? That was just the kind of person I was. I just felt like I don't make the clothes, don't make me, I make the clothes. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about that. And that's a thing that still today that affects a lot of our children is the name brand. Everything got to be name brand, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me. Like, and we got to get out of that because some of us we be putting all this name brand shit on our children, and some of us can't even afford it for real, for real. Some of us can't even afford it. We can't even afford to buy name brand stuff for our children. But we're doing it because we're trying to keep up. We want to keep up. We want to live like the Joneses. We see the other parents doing it. So we feel like we're gonna do it too. Instead of just making sure that your children look nice. Right? And that's when my kids was coming up, they always looked it good. And guess what? They didn't wear a lot of name brand stuff either. When they got most of the time when they got something name brand, it was because it was a gift from somebody, honestly. But my kids always looked good. People always gave them comments and stuff about their haircut and everything. And guess what? When they was young, I cut their hair. I got me a nice set of clippers with gauze and stuff, and I used to get them the number one uh you know what I'm trying to say, the number one haircut. I used to put the number one guard on it and cut their hair even all over. And at this time, they was too young to get shape ups. They weren't ready for shape ups and stuff, right? But their hair always looking nice. And people just say, where they go from? Their hair look nice all the time. I say, I do it. A lot of people couldn't believe it. I said, I do it. Because at the time, they wasn't ready for shape ups, right? They was too young to be getting a shape up. So I would take the number one guard and cut their hair even all over where it would just lay down. They looked it so cute. They looked it so cute with their haircuts and stuff. And I left it at that. Hmm. I didn't bother to go running to the barber shop all the time for my kids. And they always looked nice. People just say, "Ooh, they smell so good." Just that their skin looks so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Some of us gotta get out of that. Wanting to live like the Joneses, right? It's okay to have nice things. Don't get me wrong. But some of us get lost and we get caught up in more nice things. We do. We get caught up in more nice things, and that's a problem right there. To this day, it still goes on. It still goes on. Like, this what I don't understand. Some people be wearing, right, $300 tennis shoes, $300 tennis shoes, right, and they don't even can barely pay their rent and stuff, but they want to put on a pair of $200 sneakers. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And that's how some people did. They want to wear all this expensive stuff, right? And really can't afford it, but they want to wear it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that's something we got to get, as parents, that's something we got to teach our children, that it's not about having designer clothes and stuff like that. It's about learning to love yourself, learning to appreciate you for who you are, right? That's what it's about. Building their confidence up, making sure they don't have low self-esteem, because us being melanated people, the odds are against us. We already know that the odds are against us, but it doesn't have to be if you teach the right things. If you teach your kids the right things, the odds don't have to be against you. But we don't have those conversations. And that's why a lot of times as parents, we end up losing our kids along the way, because we don't, you know, because we don't have the conversations that we need to have. My daughter, right, and my sons, if they, if they tell you, my daughters tell you all the time, Mom used to always tell me this, that, and that. Me and Mom used to always have talks, cause we did. When me and my son, I used to have to walk my sons to school, we talked. That was our time to talk. It was just us, you know. And one thing I learned, one thing that I caught on to is, don't lie to my children, right? Don't lie to your kids. That's something that I, stood by. If they asked me something and I felt like they weren't ready for that talk, I'll tell them, we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Let's wait. Let's wait till you get a little older. Then we'll talk about that. Right? That's what I did. Because certain stuff they would ask, they might have heard somebody in school say something about it or something, right? It's not something that they knew. They didn't know anything about it personally, is what I'm saying. So if they asked me something and I felt like they weren't ready for that, then guess what? I let them know, we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Or instead of just cutting them off, what I would ask them is like, what made you want to talk about that? Why would you bring that up? And depending on what they said, if I felt like they weren't ready for that conversation, or ready for us to talk about that, then that's what I would tell them. Wait till you get a little older and we'll talk about that then. I don't really think you ready for that conversation, you know? So we must remember when love wait a minute. We must remember when love or honest communication is missing, a child will look for these two things outside the home. That's right. That's right. That is so true. That is so true, Tari. Because when these two are in place, this is a healthy child parent relationship. That's right. But you know what? That's the thing. A lot of us is missing that. And some people try to say, because, you know, if you live in the hood, or if you live in, you know, uh, I guess if you live in a low income area or whatever, then that's why your children do X, Y, and Z. I don't agree with that. I don't, because I feel like if you talk to your kids, right, and had those conversations with them, I feel like you can change some things within them, if that makes sense. I don't know if, I hope y'all catch on to what I'm saying. You can change some things within them, because let me tell you something. None of my kids went out in the street doing all kinds of crazy stuff, trying to get tennis shoes and trying to get this, that, and the other. You see what I'm saying? None of them went out there trying to knock nobody in the head for something. They didn't do it. And that's because I was honest with them. I had open conversations with them. So they didn't go, you know what I'm saying? They didn't go outside running around with other guys and stuff, and trying to do, trying to break law and stuff, trying to get a pair of name brand tennis or something like that. They didn't do it. And to this day they don't do it. They work. They work and earn their living, you know? And that's because the, we had talked. We talked. I talked to my children, and I was honest with them. I didn't talk to them about, telling them lies and stuff. And no, no, I didn't do that. I did not do that. Anything they asked me, I gave them an answer. And if I felt like they wasn't ready for that particular conversation, I let them know that. But um, but we talk all the time, all the time. My daughter, right? She's 24 right now. But my daughter is sharp, because me and her father were sharp when it came to wisdom and knowledge. Me and her dad were sharp. So she's sharp, you know? It's a beautiful thing to see that. And my boys are too. Not just her, but my boys are too. Now her father died, you know. Her father died it's been about a year now, you know. Right. That was very devastating for her. It really was. And it still affects her to this day. And like I told her, I didn't lie to her. I said, that's something you'll never get over. You don't. When you lose your parent or somebody you love, you just don't get over it. You don't get over it. You know? You learn how to cope with it, but you don't get over it. You miss that person. Right now, my mother been gone for a while, right? And I'm telling you, some days it seems like my mother just passed away. My heart be so heavy. It really did. My heart be so heavy, y'all. For real. But you know, that just is what it is, you know. But I let her know that, because she was like, "Ma, I just hurt so much." She was crying a lot and stuff. She said, "I just miss him so much, Ma. I can't believe Daddy gone." Let me tell you something. To other people, it might have sound crazy, right? To others, when she said, "I can't believe Daddy gone." Let me tell you something. Her father was in his 70s, okay, and he was feisty. And what I mean by that is that he went to the gym, he worked out and all that, right? And he did a bodybuilding contest and won. Yes, he did. He did a bodybuilding contest in his 70s and won it. Yes, he did. He sure did. And you know, and that was a beautiful thing to see somebody in his age, right? in his 70s and up there winning a contest, a bodybuilding contest. So when she said, I know it sound crazy, man, when I say I can't believe he gone, he just got away so fast, right? That's what my baby saying. And I said, it don't sound crazy. I understand exactly what you're saying. And if for other people, it might have sounded crazy to them. But I understood where my daughter was coming from when she said, I can't believe daddy gone that fast. You know? She had just talked to him. And, you know, and when we looked up, he was the next day, he was gone. He was gone. We was all devastated. We was all, it just happened so fast, and we was like, wow, we can't believe it, but you know, my daughter was like, Ma, I know when it's our time. I know. But it just hurt. She was so hurt and crying and stuff. It was really emotional. And she still had those days where she'd be like, Ma, I miss daddy. I miss daddy so much. And she'll just break down and cry, you know. Some days she'll say it and she'll just smile and go about her business. She'll come in and be like, Ma, I miss daddy so much. I said, I know you do. I said, I miss him too. Because he did. He used to come past and check on us and stuff, you know. And so we weren't together no more, but he would still come past and check on me, check on us and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I miss him too, but I do. And and she'll go here about her business, but some days she'll say it and just break down as if her father just passed away. But I told her the truth. I told her up front she was gonna have those days. Some days she had. She said, "Man, you said that." I said what, baby?" She said, "You said that. You said I was gonna have days like this. Some days it's gonna seem like it just happened, and some days, I'll be all right." I said, "Yeah, I told you. I told you." And I told her as time go on, as time go on, she will she will be able to handle it better as time go on. You be able, it's just as time, once your loved one pass, with time, you start feeling better after it's been some time, time and pass. Terry say, Miss Lisa, my parents were not the richest materially, but they were wealthy in love, faith, hope, honesty, and hard work. I continue to make payouts to my nieces and nephews with the deposits placed in me. I know that's right, Tari. That's right. That's how it's supposed to be. Let me tell you something. People be saying, that like I just don't get it when people say when you rich. I mean, not when you rich, but when people say if you live uh, in a poor area or something like that, people say that um, it affects you in a lot of ways. That's why crime go up and stuff like that. And I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I don't. Because I don't have no whole lot of money and stuff, but I ain't went out here and knocked nobody in the head. You see what I'm saying? I ain't bringing out here and knock nobody in the head and stuff because I don't have a whole lot of money, you know? So I don't agree with that. I feel like if you sit your children down and talk to them and be honest with them, keep it a buck, keep it 100 with them, and stop telling kids stuff that's not true, right? I mean, seriously, because some of us do it. Some parents do that. They say stuff to the children, and the shit don't even be true. Stop doing shit like that. Just sit your children down and have a decent conversation with them, but be honest with them. You know, and I think that's the problem with some kids. I think that's why some children turn out like that. You know, and end up wanting to rob people and stuff like that because their parents don't have it like that. So they go out here and try to do something to somebody, right? I feel like they do that because they haven't been talked to. Nobody sat them down and actually had a conversation with them. And that's just my opinion. I feel like when you sit your children down and have a conversation with them, teach them about respect, morals, principles, and things like that, I feel as though it makes a difference. It makes a difference. None of my children have went to jail. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. None of my children have went to jail, and because I sat down and talked to them, and I told them what will happen if you decide to sell drugs. Let me show you what happens to people that sell drugs, and I would go and get stuff that I could show them. Okay, I'd be like, some people that sell drugs end up being their own best customer. Okay. And this how some people end up looking when they do drugs. And I would go and show them different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or pull it up on the internet and show them different things that can happen with them if they get involved in certain activities. Okay? I let them know you can go to jail. And you being a melanated person, don't think you're gonna get slapped on the hand. Cause you're not. They're gonna lay you down. They're gonna sit you down. They ain't gonna play with you. They're gonna sit you down. So I had one incident that happened with my youngest son. One incident that happened. He went out to the mall, him and his homeboys from school. They went out to the mall and they up there stealing some damn socks. Socks. Designer socks. Stop playing with me. You know what? He come calling me, "Ma, I'm out so and so. Wait a minute, the police want to speak to you." I said, "What in the world?" So the police officer got on the phone and was talking to me and was telling me, what had happened and everything. And I told the police I'd be there to get him, but don't tell him that. Tell him his mother ain't coming. Tell him his mother not coming. I said, let him sit there and sweat till I get there. So when he got ready to give him the phone back, the officer told him, he said, "Your mom not coming." He in the background, huh? What? What? He said, "Your mom's not coming." She said, "If you still here tomorrow, she'll come and get you tomorrow." So he jumps back on the phone. By then, I hung up. I hung the phone up. So I went out there and got him. I didn't rush, but I went out there and got him. I said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Are you serious?" Oh yeah, he was out there. He was very upset because he thought that I wasn't gonna come and get him. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I started to leave his ass out there overnight. I really did. But I didn't ask that officer what would happen if I left him out there overnight. But that's what I started to do. But I went out there and got him. And I asked him what was he thinking about. First, me and the officer had a talk. And the officer said he he's a good boy. He getting caught up in the wrong with the wrong people. with the wrong people. He said, but you can tell he's very respectful. He said he's a very respectful kid. He said he didn't get smart with me or nothing, you know. And he said he was very respectful. He said, so I know he come from a good home, you know. Mm-hmm. So he come out there, my, I apologize. I know you upset. I know you're upset with me. I said, upset with you? I said, boy, I'm ready to put my hands on you. I said, that's what I'm ready to do, is to put my hands on you. I said, are you crazy? I said, and of all places you picked to come out here to steal something and get caught at that? He out there in Towson, where the rednecks be, okay? I'm just keeping it above. You out here? You picked out here to come and steal something? But anyway, that was his first and his last time. He took them socks, stole them socks, and got caught. And that was the last time he had stole something or did anything concerning with the law. Hmm. Yeah, because I scared him. He was scared. He ain't know what was going to happen. And he had sat there sweating, okay? He was upset when that man told him she said she be here tomorrow. I said, uh-huh, uh-huh. When I got out there, everybody that was with him was gone. He was the last one. He was still sitting there. And the officer said, I told him, make yourself at home because your mother is not coming. Uh-huh. He just said, all right. And then he said, the officer said, he asking me, where I'm gonna go from here? If my mama don't come and get me today, where do I go from here? I told him, I said, what you want to get in there where somebody be making you bend over and pick up soap? That's what I told him. I said, if you get behind them walls, they make you do all kinds of things. Once they get you behind them walls. I said, you want to be in there wearing skirts and washing people drawers and stuff? I'm laughing now, but when I was telling him, I wasn't laughing. I meant what I said. I said, I can't believe you. I can't believe you. And then, cause me and my daughter's father, went out there and picked him up, and even he said it. He said, you picked the damnest places to come and want to steal something. He said, you out here? Both of us said it. I said it when I went in there to get him, and then when we got in the car, uh, Angel Farber said the same thing. He was like, you out of all the places you pick out here to come and steal. I said, man, he crazy. I said, some socks, Keith? You out here stealing socks? Out of all the things, you stole some socks. Them socks was 50 something dollars. I said, yeah, you knew you weren't gonna get them socks. So you tried your hand. And they probably was watching them. They probably was watching them on the camera. You know? Ain't no telling. You know how they do melanated people when they in the stores. They watch you. They watch you like a hawk. Yeah. And I just jumped on here. I know it's late, y'all. I just jumped on here. It is freezing outside. The wind is blowing so hard you can hear it whistling. You can hear the wind whistling. Yeah. It's freezing out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear it through this, but you can hear the wind whistling out there. I just jumped on here though. I couldn't sleep, so I just jumped on here to talk. But yeah, some of us as parents, we gotta stop holding things against us, against ourselves, right? Some parents feel guilty because they didn't do the things that they could have done, okay? And they feel guilty behind it, you know? There's no need to lie. There's no need to lie about it. You just tell your child, look, I made a mistake. I apologize, but I made a mistake, you know? But you got to learn from it. See, that's the thing. Some parents will say they apologize, but they'll turn around and do the same shit. You know what I mean? And so children look at it like this: if you gonna turn around and do the same thing over and over again, that means you don't mean it. You apologizing, but you really don't mean it. You just saying it. That's how they start looking at it. And then they feel like, they don't even take your apology serious. After a while, they don't even take it seriously because they looking at it as though, damn, they done apologized quite a few times and nothing has changed. You know what I mean? That's how some of the children look at it. They really do. Look, I ordered some stuff from Walmart, right? I ordered some stuff from Walmart. And do you know I haven't got the stuff yet? They were supposed to send the stuff out yesterday. And they ain't sent it out yet. So we canceled the order. And now wait for them to get my money back. That is so crazy though. And they do that sometimes. You'll order something and then they'll tell you it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and then all of a sudden, they'll tell you you gotta reorder it. I said, well, why in the hell didn't they say that from the giddy up? Why they didn't just reach out to us and let us know that they didn't have nobody to bring the order or whatever? I didn't understand that. They kept reaching out talking about they was gonna send the order, they was gonna send the order, and never did. So now I gotta wait until they give me back my money and stuff, so that I can you know reorder my stuff. This is crazy. It really is. But I thank y'all for tapping in with me. And Lord's willing, I'll be back on here tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a live around 12 and then another one around excuse me. Another one around 5, something like that. I'm not sure. But I know I'm gonna do one at 12. I'm gonna try to come on here at least twice. I was talking to somebody, they told me to try something on my channel. So I'm gonna try it and see what it do. I'm gonna start posting more and see what it do, what happens with it. But I thank y'all for tapping in. I appreciate you. Um, Tyson Azizi, you're never a waste of time. You're a great blessing in my life. I love your genuine two-way conversations. Thank you, Tari. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Tari always be here with me. He been here since I came on here. And I definitely appreciate you without a doubt. Yeah, I really do. But yeah, I'm gonna try to come on. I'm gonna post a thing though. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna post a thing, you know, so it'll remind you that I'm coming live and what time. Yeah. But y'all take care. Um, don't forget to stay prayed up. Uh, there's a lot going on out here in the world, and we need to get as close to the Most High as we can, because we're gonna need them. We're definitely gonna need them in our lives. So stay close to Him as close as you can get. And I will talk with y'all on tomorrow, Lord's willing. I wake up, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Good night.